They called him crazy when he claimed he could build a bomber that was completely invisible to radar while carrying 10 times the payload of existing aircraft. Military contractors said it was impossible. But in the Nevada desert, surrounded by the world's top aerospace engineers, he was proving that American innovation could still shock the world. Welcome to Echoes of Main Street. Before we begin this incredible story of vision, determination, and revolutionary technology, tell me in the comments what state you're watching from today. And if you believe stories like this deserve to be heard, hit that subscribe button. These tales of American innovation need to be told. The idea was born in 2019 during a routine Pentagon briefing about military modernization. While other contractors presented incremental improvements to existing technology, billionaire entrepreneur Marcus Sterling had a different vision. He stood before a room of skeptical generals and made a claim that would either cement his legacy or destroy his reputation. "Give me 3 years and unlimited resources," he said, "and I'll deliver an aircraft that makes everything in your current fleet obsolete." The room erupted in barely contained laughter. Sterling was known for his real estate empire, his luxury hotels, his media ventures, not aerospace engineering. What could a businessman possibly know about stealth technology, payload capacity, or radar-evading materials? But Sterling had been quietly preparing for this moment for 5 years. He'd recruited Dr. Sarah Chen, former head of Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division. He'd hired Colonel James Rodriguez, retired Air Force test pilot with 30 years of experimental aircraft experience. His team included former NASA engineers, MIT aerodynamics professors, and materials scientists from Boeing's Black Projects division. The Phoenix Shadow project began in a classified facility 60 miles northeast of Las Vegas. The compound covered 15,000 acres of desert, completely off-limits to civilian aircraft and invisible to satellite surveillance. Sterling had purchased the land through a series of shell companies, ensuring total secrecy. The aircraft's specifications seemed like science fiction. Complete radar invisibility through revolutionary metamaterial coating, payload capacity of 75,000 pounds, 3 times larger than the B-2 Spirit, range of 8,000 miles without refueling. Most impossibly, the ability to reach Mach 2.5 while maintaining stealth characteristics. Military experts declared it technically impossible. The physics didn't work, they said. You couldn't have stealth, speed, and massive payload capacity in the same aircraft. Sterling's response was simple: "Watch us prove you wrong." The first 18 months were brutal. Prototype after prototype failed catastrophically. The stealth coating couldn't withstand supersonic speeds. The engines generated too much heat signature. The massive payload bay compromised structural integrity. Sterling burned through $800 million in development costs, facing ridicule from defense contractors and skepticism from his own board of directors. But Sterling had learned something from his business career that aerospace engineers sometimes forgot. Impossible problems require impossible solutions. Instead of trying to improve existing technology, they started from scratch. Dr. Chen developed a revolutionary metamaterial that didn't just absorb radar waves, it bent them around the aircraft like water flowing around a stone. Colonel Rodriguez designed flight control systems that used artificial intelligence to maintain stability under conditions that would destroy conventional aircraft. The team created hybrid engines that could switch between subsonic stealth mode and supersonic attack configuration in real time. The breakthrough came in month 19. Their 7th full-scale prototype, designated Phoenix Shadow 7, achieved what experts had called impossible. During classified testing at Area 52, It maintained complete radar invisibility while carrying maximum payload at Mach 2.4. The aircraft appeared on enemy radar systems as nothing more than atmospheric interference. But Stirling's vision went beyond just building an aircraft. He understood that the Phoenix Shadow represented a fundamental shift in military strategy. A single bomber that could penetrate any air defense system, deliver massive payload with precision, and return undetected. Wars could be ended in hours instead of years. Entire enemy defense networks could be neutralized by a handful of aircraft operating in complete stealth. The Pentagon's reaction was immediate and classified. Within 48 hours of the successful test, Stirling received a visit from the Secretary of Defense, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and representatives from the CIA and NSA. What happened in that meeting remains classified, but the outcome was clear. The Phoenix Shadow program was now a national security priority. Production began immediately at Stirling's Nevada facility, but instead of building dozens of aircraft, they focused on perfecting a small fleet of 12 units. Each Phoenix Shadow cost $2.8 billion to produce, making them the most expensive military aircraft in history. But their capabilities justified the cost. The first operational mission occurred 18 months later, though details remain classified. What is known is that a single Phoenix Shadow penetrated the air defenses of a hostile nation, eliminated a high-value target, and returned to base without ever appearing on enemy radar. The mission demonstrated capabilities that changed the balance of global military power. Stirling's achievement went beyond aerospace engineering. He had proven that American innovation, backed by unlimited resources and visionary leadership, could still accomplish the impossible. The Phoenix Shadow project created 3,000 high-tech jobs, advanced materials science by a decade, and established the United States as the undisputed leader in stealth aviation technology. But perhaps, most importantly, Stirling had shown that crazy ideas, pursued with absolute determination, could reshape reality. The man who'd been mocked for claiming he could revolutionize military aviation had delivered exactly what he promised. Today, the Phoenix Shadow remains highly classified. Its existence is neither confirmed nor denied by the Pentagon. But military analysts worldwide acknowledge that something has fundamentally changed in American air power capabilities. Enemy nations have invested billions in new radar systems, yet reports suggest they remain unable to detect certain American aircraft. Stirling never gave interviews about the Phoenix Shadow project. When asked about classified defense work, he simply smiled and said, "America has the best engineers in the world. Give them resources and freedom, and they'll build miracles." The Nevada facility continues operating under maximum security. Satellite images show ongoing construction and testing activities, suggesting that the Phoenix Shadow was just the beginning. Sources indicate that Stirling's team is already working on the next generation of impossible aircraft, hypersonic transports, space-capable fighters, and aircraft that exist at the very edge of known physics. The Phoenix Shadow project proved something that military contractors had forgotten. Breakthrough innovation requires visionary leadership, unlimited resources, and the courage to attempt the impossible. Stirling combined business acumen with engineering excellence to create technology that changed the world. So now I ask you, have you ever witnessed someone achieve something that experts called impossible? Someone who refused to accept conventional limitations and proved that American innovation could still shock the world? Share their story in the comments, because at the Human Stories, we believe that visionary leadership and determination can overcome any obstacle. If this story inspired you, subscribe to our channel and help us continue sharing stories of American innovation and achievement. Because sometimes The most important breakthroughs come from people who refuse to accept that something can't be done. Thank you for watching, and remember, in America, crazy ideas backed by determination and resources can still change the world.